Hello, Lakers Nation, and welcome back to the Los Angeles Lakers News Network, your go-to channel for everything purple and gold. We have a jam-packed show for you today with 3 massive updates that have all surfaced in just the last few hours. So, if you are a true Lakers fan, you won't want to miss these updates. And yes, before we start the video, I have a request for you. If you are new to the channel, then don't forget to like and subscribe so that you can stay in the loop. Alright, let's get right into our first electrifying update of the day. Update 1. He's coming home? Inside the Blockbuster trade rumor to bring Malik Monk back to LA. That's right, the rumor mill is spinning at full force, and the name on everyone's lips is a beloved fan favorite, Malik Monk. A report that surfaced just hours ago suggests the Lakers are exploring a potential trade to bring the electrifying guard back to Los Angeles, and this is far more than just a nostalgia trip. This is a move that could genuinely push our Lakers over the top. Here's the deal being discussed. The Lakers would potentially send Gabe Vincent, Maxi Kleber, and a draft pick to the Sacramento Kings. In return, Malik Monk would once again don the purple and gold. Now, I know what you're thinking. Why would the Kings let go of a player who just had the best season of his career, averaging a phenomenal 17.2 points per game? Well, whispers from Sacramento indicate they are exploring ways to create cap space, possibly for a run at none other than Russell Westbrook. If that's their plan, the Lakers front office needs to be on the phone right now. Think about how perfectly Monk fits this current roster. With the big 3 of Luka Dončić, LeBron James, and Austin Reeves handling the primary playmaking duties, Monk isn't needed to run the offense. He can be exactly what he is, an instant offense weapon off the bench. As analyst Joe Van Buha put it on his podcast, Monk would be the optimal 6th man instant offense in 25 to 28 minutes, and he's going to do it relatively efficiently. Let's take a quick trip down memory lane to his last run with us in 2021 to 2022. Monk was a spark plug, averaging 13.8 points and shooting just under 40% from three-point range. He won over the entire fan base with his infectious energy and his clutch, big-time shot making. Financial constraints forced us to let him walk then, but the door is now wide open for a reunion. But wait, it gets even better. Making this trade for Monk would kill 2 birds with 1 stone. Not only do you get a proven scorer, but this move would also create an open roster spot. And who could fill that spot? How about another potential reunion with sharpshooter Malik Beasley? Just imagine that for a second. Pairing Monk and Beasley off the bench would give the Lakers 2 lethal scoring threats who can light it up on any given night. This would instantly give our Lakers one of the deepest and most dangerous guard rotations in the entire league. With Luka already locked in, adding Monk and potentially Beasley could transform this roster from dangerous to downright terrifying. This is exactly the kind of high upside move that could be the difference maker in a stacked Western Conference. What are your thoughts on this potential reunion? Let me know in the comments below. Update 2. Shaq's shocking return to the ring, his son's heartfelt warning. Alright, Laker Nation, for our next story, we're shifting gears to talk about an absolute legend, a titan of the purple and gold, the one and only Shaquille O'Neal. The Big Diesel is never far from the headlines, but this latest news has everyone buzzing. Shaq is officially set to step back into the boxing ring for a celebrity match against Charlie Mack, a former security guard for actor Will Smith. This news has generated a massive amount of hype, and for good reason. But it's the reaction from Shaq's own son, Miles O'Neal, that is really capturing people's attention. In a recent chat with TMZ Sports, Miles shared a mix of pride and genuine concern for his father. He said, and I quote, "I worry about him every day," pointing out the incredible physical demands of boxing, especially for Shaq at 53 years old. At the same time, Miles showed his unwavering support, adding, "I'll support him, I'll help train," stuff like that. It's a sentiment that I'm sure many of us in the Lakers family can relate to. We love seeing Shaq take on new challenges, but his well-being is always a top priority. Now, before anyone thinks Shaq is just stepping into this cold, let's remember, the man is no stranger to combat sports. This isn't his first time in the ring. He famously had exhibition bouts against boxing champions Oscar De La Hoya and Shane Mosley back in 2009 and 2010. And who could forget his foray into professional wrestling when he competed in a tag team match for AEW in 2021. The man knows how to perform under the bright lights, whether it's scripted or not. This upcoming celebrity match is set to take place in Las Vegas, although an official date and venue haven't been announced yet. With celebrity boxing events becoming more and more popular, Shaq's involvement is guaranteed to bring a whole new level of star power and media attention. Fans are already debating how his incredible size, athleticism, and past experience will translate in the ring this time around. It's a true cultural moment, mixing sports, entertainment, and celebrity. It's a fascinating situation. On one hand, you have the excitement of seeing a Lakers icon continue to compete and entertain. On the other, you have the very real human concern for his safety, perfectly voiced by his own son. What do you all think? Are you excited to see Shaq lace up the gloves again? Drop your thoughts in the comments section. Update 3. NBA 2K26 Lakers ratings leaked. Did 2 Kelvin get our boys right? All right, Laker Nation, for our final piece of news today, we have something every single one of us has been waiting for. The start of the 2025 to 2026 NBA season is less than 2 months away, and while we're all eagerly watching Luka Dončić dominate at Eurobasket, we're about to get our hands on the next best thing. On September 5th, NBA 2K26 drops, and with it, we get our very first virtual look at this brand new Lakers squad. This will be our first chance to play with the new look roster, featuring DeAndre Ayton, Marcus Smart, and Jake LaRavia playing alongside our incredible big three of Luka, LeBron James, and Austin Reeves. And just hours ago, the player ratings, the thing that sparks endless debate every single summer, have officially been revealed. Let's get straight to the top. Our superstars are getting the respect they deserve. Luka Dončić, a playmaking inside-out scorer, comes in with a massive 95 overall. And right there with him is the king himself, LeBron James, a two-way inside-out point forward with a 94 overall. Both are firmly in the top 10 of all players in the game. And our guy, Austin Reeves, a shot-creating three-level threat, is rated a very respectable 85. As a team, 2 Kelvin considers our Lakers a Tier 1 roster with an overall rating of 84. Digging into the details, our offense is rated as elite, with an inside and outside offensive rating of 88, among the best in the entire game. And our potential rating is a sky-high 87. But here's where it gets controversial. The defensive numbers are not great. We were given a 66 for interior defense and overall defense, with a shocking 59 for rebounding. This basically confirms what many analysts expect. This will be one of the most explosive offensive teams in the NBA, but there are major questions on the defensive end. Our best defender, according to the ratings, is Marcus Smart, a couple of years removed from his Defensive Player of the Year award. Now, let's break down the full roster as it stands in the game right now. DeAndre Ayton, a two-way inside the arc menace, is an 81. Rui Hachimura, a shot-creating three-level threat, also comes in at 81. Marcus Smart, our two-way perimeter threat, is a 79. Jackson Hayes, a two-way interior scorer, gets a 78. Jared Vanderbilt, our defensive anchor, is a 77. Gabe Vincent, a three-level scoring threat, is also a 77. Rookie Dalton Knecht, a catch-and-shoot ace, starts at 77. Jake LaRavia, another catch-and-shoot ace, is a 76. Maxi Kleber, a versatile defender, is a 72. Christian Koloko, a paint protector, is also a 72. And finally, Bronny James, a rim attacker, makes his debut with a 68 overall. Now take a good look at that list. You see Gabe Vincent and Maxi Kleber there, right? Now think back to our first story today. If that Blockbuster trade for Malik Monk goes through, this 2 Kelvin roster will need an immediate update. We could be sending Vincent and Kleber to Sacramento, which would completely change the dynamic of this virtual team. Talk about an exciting what-if scenario. That's a wrap on our updates. Laker Nation, what a whirlwind of news! We started with the earth-shattering rumor of Malik Monk's potential return, a move that could make our bench one of the most feared in the league. Then, we talked about the legendary Shaq stepping back into the boxing ring, with his son's heartfelt words reminding us of the man behind the icon. And we finished with a deep dive into the brand new NBA 2K26 ratings that have our team looking like an offensive juggernaut. What do you think is the biggest news of the day? Are you on board with the Malik Monk trade? Are you excited to see Shaq fight? And most importantly, do you think 2 Kelvin got the Lakers ratings right? Let me know everything in the comments below. I want to hear all your thoughts. Thank you so much for tuning in. If you enjoyed the updates and want to stay on top of everything happening with our purple and gold, make sure to hit that like button and of course subscribe to the Los Angeles Lakers News Network. We'll be here all season long bringing you the latest news as it breaks. Until next time, take care and go Lakers.